Welcome back everyone. We have pretty much gotten all the leaks, all the information of the iPhone 13s. So let's go and hit on the iPhone 13 specifically and kind of talk about its release date, price, all that good stuff. Now price wise, it's still estimated that it's going to cost the same exact price as the existing iPhone 12. So Apple's going to market it as probably $799, even though it's, $829 or whatever it's going to be. So that's a pretty big thing to keep in mind. That is the main issue in my opinion with the iPhone 12 series, where Apple really increased the price tag from its previous generation. It doesn't look like Apple's going to do that, and there's been reports that the iPhone 14s or whatever the next iPhones are going to be called, those are going to be the cheapest, biggest iPhones yet. So that's kind of another big thing to keep in mind. But in my opinion, from what I've seen, from what I've heard, the iPhone 13s, all of them are still probably going to maintain the same price tag as the previous generation, and it still looks like the iPhone 13 mini is also going to still be existing, so that's also going to stay the same price as the iPhone 12 mini as well. Now the release date is one of those things that is flippy-floppy, sometimes it's one day, other days it's not. It does look like, from what we've heard last year and what we've heard this year, that this specific iPhone's release is on track to be released at the same time as they normally would. So this means that we are going to be getting an event sometime in September, probably mid-September or early September, and then we're going to be getting iOS 15 that same exact month as well in an official release. And then at that point, we're going to be getting, our iPhones hopefully by the end of September, early October. That's typically what it is. And then all of those reviews and comparisons are going to come out then. So if you just bought an iPhone 12 last year, you are technically going to be less than a year for the next iPhones, especially if you're somebody who bought an iPhone 12 mini or an iPhone 12 Pro Max. Because those iPhones came out after, you may actually end up buying an iPhone if you do end up getting the iPhone 13s in less time than pretty much all the other iPhones from before. So the iPhone 12s could actually have the shortest life cycle from one iPhone to the other in terms of a brand new device. So that's another pretty big thing to keep in mind. Now the specs and everything, they're still kind of up in the air, but from pretty much everything we've seen, it still looks like the iPhone 13s are going to maintain the same exact screens. Some have said that the notch is going to get a little smaller, but it's still going to be there for the most part. There's been some rumors about 120Hz panel as well and Touch ID for the Pro models, but again, some of those rumors have been kind of going back and forth, so we're not even 100% too sure. We're going to be getting the Apple A15 chips inside of them, no M1 chips this year as far as we can tell for the iPhones. The cameras are going to get improvements, probably 8K on the back, and still from what I've heard, we're getting 6 gigs of RAM for the top iPhones, the 13 Pro and 13 Pro Max. There could be an 8 gig of RAM option for the 13 Pro Max, we're not 100% too sure. If that ends up being the case and the Pros end up getting 8 gigs of RAM, the iPhone 13 and 13 mini are going to be getting 6 gigs of RAM from what I know. But again, from what I've seen, it still looks like they're going to be getting the same exact RAM variants as their previous model. So what's the biggest difference? What are the main features that we're going to be getting on these new phones? Well, we're not 100% too sure. It looked like 120Hz was coming, and now it looks like it may be delayed. We're going to be getting Touch ID, and that also looks like it may be delayed. So this is more than enough. This is a S upgrade for sure. This is not a full number release. I think the iPhone 12s are barely a full number release in my opinion. So that's the main thing to keep in mind. I'm happy about the iPhone 13s. I think they're going to be great, or the iPhone 12s, whatever they're going to be called. But this is pretty much looking like to be an S upgrade. And to be honest, this is really all we know so far, which is pretty much everything. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.